Okay, a previous example, we showed how to graph this sine function, right? We know our basic graph of cosine, we know our basic graph of sine in terms of how we relate to our center line, right? We can figure out from A sine B times x minus h plus k, we can figure out our period, we can figure out our amplitude, right? We can figure out our phase shift, we can figure out our vertical translation. But what if we wanted to solve h of x is equal to the square root of 3? If we want to solve h of x is equal to the square root of 3, we could think of it as the intersection with the line y equals root 3, right? And if I'm looking on this interval, it seems that I have 4 solutions. Okay, so how am I going to solve this? I want to solve, right, by simply setting my equation to sine 3x equal to root 3. All right, then solve like you would any other equation. All right, divide both sides by 2. That means that the sine of 3x needs to equal root 3 over 2. All right, and now at this point, I find it useful to think of my quadrants, right? Root 3 over 2 for the sine, right, is going to be in the first quadrant and in the second quadrant with the reference angle of pi over 3, right? Which would tell me that my angle, 3x, needs to equal pi over 3, or my angle, 3x, needs to equal 2 pi over 3, right? Because this second quadrant angle with the reference angle of pi over 3 is 2 pi over 3. Solving, x equals pi over 9, or x equals 2 pi over 9. But once again, this only provides us with these first 2 solutions. The distance from that solution to our first solution, right? So from here to here, that is our period, right? So I can also think of as x equals pi over 9 plus our period, which is 2 pi over 3. Practice with fractions, very important. You'll have to be able to do this without a calculator. That's pi over 9 plus 6 pi over 9, which would be 7 pi over 9. Right? My other solution, x equals 2 pi over 3. Right? So x equals 2 pi over 9, excuse me. So 2 pi over 9 plus my period, right? Which with the common denominator gets me to 6 pi over 9, which then would be 8 pi over 9. So my 4 solutions, pi over 9, 2 pi over 9, right? X equals 7 pi over 9, and x equals 8 pi over 9. All right. Now, this idea where we add the period, will allow us to come up with a general form for any solution, right? Where really, if I think about this point plus any multiple of the period will be a solution for h of x equals root 3. And this point plus any multiple of the period will be a solution for h of x equals root 3, right? And that general form of the solution will do in later examples. Hopefully you are a little bit more comfortable and you can continue with your practice.